And I'm back. I swear this is gradually turned into like an ASMR stream. Because I don't feel compelled to raise my voice very much over this game. It's so quiet. We are in a cave. Alone. We're getting towards the end of what we can do tonight. We'll grab some, well, we'll check and see if there's moss to grab. It might not be back yet. We read books. I don't know if it takes more than a day or not. I feel like it was less than a day the first time we harvested moss because we only burned like 2 days worth of time in the first stream. And we harvested moss like twice. Maybe it's once per day it grows back or something. But we will walk there. We'll walk that way. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, we can grab some next time. We still don't have the last piece of wood that we need. Though I am hoping that when we hop down off of that jump, maybe there's a piece of wood there. It can't be a coincidence that they show that piece of wood in the dream up near the surface. Can it? Like, I mean, it could, but that just seems very specific. We need one piece of wood and we're dreaming about it. I feel like there's got to be something special about this room. I don't know. Like, what's the purpose of putting climb right there? Just to be interesting? Maybe? Just because that's how the art turned out? I wonder how much of the game is just animated around the art. And that background. Like, what if in 100 days part of the cave collapses and like another part of the cave opens up and there's like a whole other part? That would be neat. I do wonder how far some people have gotten already, but I don't want to spoil it for myself, so I'm not going to look it up. I'm curious. So like once we get to a certain point or once we get to an ending or something like that, I might go and look and see when other streamers happen to get to those checkpoints, because I know there's several people ahead of where we are right now. The longing. The name implies a desire. But what is the shade desire? We asked that question last time, kind of, and I mean, he's lonely. Does he just desire an end to his waiting? More like the longing, am I right? Dumb. Literally waiting for moss to grow. I don't remember what's down that path. What is that one? Oh, it's the bottom of this room. which then heads down towards the library's front entrance, the green door that is locked from the other side. Hey, we have moss. Yeah, we need 20. Nice. It has grown back enough that we will be able to get that. No rush though, I guess, because still don't have that wood. Let's ask ourselves, what are we waiting for? Do we feel like we're walking through life this way? We have a lot more to do. We have a lot more to distract us. What if we didn't have our distractions? Would we have a purpose? The shade has a purpose. He has one very simple purpose that doesn't require much skill. Requires patience. Requires surviving all of this. Well, surviving loosely. He doesn't have to eat. Alright, we have 22. Let's, right back here. I wonder if he'll take the shortcut. I wonder if it is a shortcut from this point. Guess we'll see. I wonder if anybody started this game up. That, okay, I get it. I'm gonna check back in a month. And didn't, like, do any of the active stuff. So then they're gonna check back. Or if they check back in 15 days, then time has passed and they're at the same point that we're at. And we've only played actively for... Let's see. Oh, we have played 12 hours. We've played actively for 12 hours, but so far we've knocked almost 15 days off. No, he is going to go down, which is, I believe, towards the shortcut. Yes. What would you do if you had all this time on your hands? That was a question that was asked to me Sunday. What would you do? Would you better yourself? Would you feel a need to better yourself, or would you just kind of try to pass the time? In a way, reading the books is bettering himself. I mean, you can get a little bit deeper and say, like, is he reading anything that is only broadening his ability to realize the predicament that he's in, and is that making things better after all, or not? Here. Okay. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. Pretty sure he said that it would take a month for the water to fill up and only 2 weeks for this. That's what I've been going off of. Pretty sure that's what he said. And that makes sense if, you know, he was saying just a little bit more time. We're most of the way through the wait, but... Is it ready now? I do want to see what's on the other side. We only have so much more of the cave to explore, So again, I'm hoping that more opens up as well. Crossed, fingers crossed. It's got cool sounds and everything. But wait just a little more. I guess it's gonna be next time. Camera's kind of zooming out a little bit. Let me see if that's... I wonder if we stand here, if it'll zoom out more, or if it's going to stop. Looks like it stopped. Come on. Okay. Fine. I see how it is. Let's head... back home. And with our last few minutes, we could dig out our home a little bit more. Pretty sure we still had more to work on there, right? Yeah. Yeah, we said we'd come back to it. Hey, Ralphine. How are you doing tonight? I like it a lot so far. Like, it's unique enough. It's going there. Hey, grab that coal. Like it's daring to do something that if you ask the average gamer that if they wanted to put up with it, they'd say no. And yet it's hitting the right marks, at least for me. Yeah. I don't know if anyone has. I mean, I don't want the spoiler of knowing if anyone has. That might spoil how quickly time accelerates, or if there are any endings you can get to. But we'll find out. We'll find out before too long. Or we'll find out after just long enough. So I played this the last 3 streams. I don't think I'm going to keep... I guess we'll pick these up. We did use a lot of coal earlier. I don't know if I'm going to keep playing The Longing every single stream, but kind of like I mentioned on the first stream, I wouldn't mind checking back in on it for like a half hour to an hour before streams, especially if we get to the point where there's not a whole lot to do every time. Like once we've explored everything that we can, maybe we'll do like an hour and then we'll stream another variety game. I don't necessarily want to turn this into the Longing only channel, though I'm liking it right now. And we have been able to fill 12 hours. Well, if you call it filling. We've been able to void 12 hours. We've had some really good conversations though, and some really good introspective thoughts. I hope the same could be said for the shade. I guess next time we'll check, of course, to see if we can jump down to that area, but also we could probably go back to the Hall of Eternity, get some more stuff. I didn't see where the curtains went. Maybe they're due to be put somewhere else in the house. We didn't walk downstairs the last time we went back. Look at all that gold! Reminds me of the end of Dragon's Lair, when you're fighting the dragon and he's got his hoard of all the gold, and Princess Daphne, right? I think it's Daphne. You're fighting the dragon on top of the mountains of gold. I feel like you should be able to hop down right there. I did mention that we might grab one of these later, but we already worked on so many Matic missions today. We've already dug out so many disappointing holes. Literally, we got disappointments for it. And we did get that blue crystal. We'll leave these for later. I like how they stand out, like, need something to do? We're here for you. Come on back if you ever need something to do. I mean, they would speed up time in our house a little bit too if we got them, I'm sure. Gradually. We'll work on it gradually. This is one of my favorite stairs to come down, since the camera pans with you. And you have that nice, like, parallax with the background to give it depth. Not enough rooms in the place follow you through like this. It is actually difficult to manually walk through it though, because you have to wait for the camera to move some, and then you can double click or you can hold space. Take a shortcut, run down, jump off the king's shoulder, ramp off his beard. Such disrespect. Yeah. I've heard, I haven't tried yet, but someone did tell me the other day that it's not risky. I don't know if I believe them. I don't want to like cause like an early bad end or something, but I've heard that the shade will say something like it's not time to wake him up yet. Oh, lag spike. I was like, why'd you stop walking? Awaken the king. Nah. Not today. All right. There's our blue crystal. They're all kind of jammed in the same place right there. There's our curtain. It was right there, I'm sure. I didn't even bother. I didn't even notice. Okay, so we'll start a fire. We'll go down. We'll pick out a little bit more of the room, and then I'll have to wrap for the night pretty soon. Let's head down. Could move a rug down here. Maybe I'll do that when the bed's made. So we have everything we need except for one wood. Like, take a shelf off the bookshelf. Hey, Aaron. Right, just the one wood. Holding this back. We have some mushrooms growing now. Nice. So we could we'll walk around with a mushroom next time and see if it reveals anything to us. But let's see where this goes in the next few minutes before we wrap for the night. Aaron, how have you been? Have you played this one yet? Yeah, it's I've been calling it a meditation on patience. You can't go into it expecting anything to happen quickly. Like we put 12 hours into it so far. You do get these nice bonuses the more beautiful you make your bedroom. Like right now you can see 8 seconds are going by at a time. Yeah. I was just saying earlier, it's not a great time to have like a sinus infection. Especially me when I go into the office. I had like a minor bit of phlegm in the back of my throat. I was like, don't cough. They'll think you're sick. I've found, like, I also wouldn't say that I have a ton of patience. I've found that the game offers just enough for you to play it as a person without a lot of patience to exercise your patience. Oh, yeah. Gotta be careful with the coughs and the sneezes. But no, I feel like it's been a great exercise in patience. And I mean, there. If you're playing it and not streaming, there are books that you can read. Which, you know, if you read a book, you can read a book anywhere. But, but no, it's actually been a challenge, but like a good challenge to stream it because it's so slow. I mean, the average person, I'm sure, doesn't necessarily want to watch it. But the oh, is that where it ends? Oh no, he's still going. Oh, he wants to go to the left now and not down, so this must be the bottom of the stairs. Yeah, no, the art's awesome. It kind of reminds me of Terry Gilliam from Monty Python, or if you want to see other art like it too, search on YouTube for Double King. There's an artist that does very similar art that does some really trippy stuff. And then there was also a movie, and I've looked it up multiple times now because I keep forgetting the name of it. And the French version was oh, it was something Planet. It wasn't Forbidden, was it? No, it's not Forbidden Planet. Let's see here. Oh, that's right. The French name was Savage Planet. And then the English version is Fantastic Planet. Anyway, you can probably find that on Amazon Prime, but a movie from 1973, which also has kind of this art style. So we've been talking a lot kind of about that. And that it's a really good time to go back and look at those because they're really neat. But yeah, I'm probably going to be wrapping up here in about the next 5 minutes. I just kind of wanted to see where this was going to go. But yeah, those are pretty trippy. It's interesting to be immersed in a world with this art style and nothing's really moving around because you expect it to be able to unfurl something to you or to show something to you, almost like a paper craft. Or like I was saying, like the Monty Python kind of animation of like the foot or something like that, but you expect something to move and happen, and they were probably waiting for something big to move or happen, like the king waking up or something. But I don't blame you. It is definitely that time. Like daylight savings time has me all messed up. I had a vacation last week and I didn't feel any jet lag, but daylight savings time has definitely taken it out of me. There are achievements on occasion. I don't think we've gotten many today. Let's see. Sec. Oh, we got one for the face. We got one called Where is the Darkness? Let's see. And then last time we got one for playing music, running water, finding the head of the horse, having a dream. So yeah, there's some interesting ones. Oh no, yeah. I stayed up uploading video after a stream because I streamed on Saturday. I don't often stream on Saturdays, but I had just come back from vacation, and since I had missed some time, I wanted to kind of catch up a little bit. And so I streamed, and then I spent a couple hours uploading, and I was up, and I was like, oh, it's probably about 3 o'clock. I should go to bed. It's really late. Oh, I hear water. That's interesting. And then I looked at the clock, and it was 4. Yeah, I got a few achievements. Let me see how many there are. It says I've got 10 out of 25 achievements. Is there running water down here? See, you guys hear that? Curious. And it looks like we're kind of getting to the end of whatever space this is, so hopefully we'll get to see it in the next couple minutes. Right? I feel like I still haven't caught up. My internal clock is still trying to wake up an hour off, and yeah. They say like heart attacks increase the week after daylight savings time. Car accidents increase the week after daylight savings time. Just people haven't adjusted. They haven't gotten enough sleep. Oh man. And then it's the opposite. Or I mean, it's still the same in the fall that people like their health is not great, but like you get an extra hour in the fall. But oh, what's he doing? Oh, we got a new one called Home Improvement. That's what he has to say. I finally have my very own bathroom. And we could use the Matic to keep going. Okay. Went to Vegas. I was in Las Vegas for about 6 days last week. It was really fun. It was a great vacation. Doesn't look like there's any actions we could take right there by the water, but that's awesome. So hopefully... Get this coal. Bunch of coal falling down here too. Hopefully we find that wood before too long. Let's let these mushrooms grow. Well, actually, you know, since we're gonna be away, let's see if we can see if I'm right about like planting them. Like harvest it. Lagging a bit. Harvest it and then see if we can plant it nearby. Because it's going to grow back. Grow mushroom. Oh, how I love gardening. The more mushrooms I grow, the faster time seems to go by. So now we can inspect that mushroom. And the one we picked, I believe, right? I feel like it says inspect mushroom for long enough that there's 2 there. Harvest. Don't eat it. Maybe we walked too far. I don't know. I don't know what the purpose would be to grow it if they already grow. But I guess if I walk over here to the right and it still says inspect mushroom, yep. So we know that's going to grow back there. So I'm hoping the ones that we planted will also grow. So we can kind of duplicate them. Breed them. Harvest them. Eat them. Have dreams with them. Alright, so we'll head back up here. Sit down in our chair. We'll stare off into the distance. And we'll wrap up for the evening. You went for a hair show? For a convention about hair? Or for the musical Hair? Oh man, I had a few drinks while I was there. No hangover. I got super lucky. Stayed well hydrated. I've been drinking a lot more water lately. Cheers to hydration. Nope, back over here. And now he's happy. Set and stare. And this is what he will do while we are away. We'll at least come back on Sunday, if I don't have time for something in between. But I may do just an hour of this game on Sunday just to check in on him and what we have open and available to us before streaming another game, so that we're not just doing the longing. But it will be cool to check back in, see what changes over time. By then, I'm assuming it's still going to go at like 4 or 5 times speed. Right now it's going 8 times because the fire's still burning, but so that's going to be another, let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we may pass another 16 days. We may come back and it'll say like 379, maybe a little bit more. So that'll be cool. Oh, nice. Dealer's rooms and everything. That's really cool. When I was there was a convention. I mean, there's always conventions. It's the biggest convention city in the country, apparently. There was a crane convention, like a construction convention, and they had all of these cranes there, like just 50 cranes all parked. Some of the biggest ones. But yeah. It would be neat to go during one of the food conventions or something. They were telling us about like pizza conventions and ice cream conventions, free food for everyone to try. That'd be awesome. But I am going to wrap for the night. It's been actually pretty relaxing, checking back in on the Shade. We'll see where this goes and how many full streams we do with it in the future. But I do want to check back in on it, and I will be uploading all the VODs to YouTube as well, so they can be watched in order if anyone wants to like see the progression of how things are opening up to us. But yeah, Aaron, thanks for dropping in. Ralphine, thanks for dropping in as well, and to everyone that came in and went. Ladies Game 2, Strat, everybody. Have a great night, and as always, I'll see you next time. Have a good one.